Hello everybody and welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. You join us on Southeastern High Speed, which we're doing one of two scenarios, or one of the two scenarios included with the Cargo Line Vol.2 Aggregates pack. Sadly, I don't think there are any HOA wagon services, as Southeastern High Speed is full. The timetable, which it has got quite a lot on it, but I didn't realise there was like a limit to how much you can have on it. But yeah, it's full in some way. But there's two scenarios which are based off services. So this is 6 Victor 18, which is Allington Aggregates to Watley Quarry, and we're all empty at the moment as well. Did that car just spawn in the wall? Okay. Let's insert the reverser handle, but first off let's get the safety systems on. That should just be, oh, that one's already on by default actually. Good. Whack that in, set you to forward. We'll do a bit of that. That's already set to goods. How long are we? 321 yards. So let's have a look. 321 yards in feet. 321. It's quite a long train then. 963 feet. 963. So we'll whack that in the computer. 9, 6, 3, and I might enter that. Yeah, we're already into goods mode, so that's good. We've got the red at the moment, so we can't go anywhere, probably because of that train there. Probably set that back to that. We'll charge up the brakes, or at least slowly. Well, we won't fully release them, but just start getting them released a little bit. Train consists of 18 empty hoppers. Be mindful of the 15-mile/hour limit through Strood station. Okay, our headlights were all on as well, weren't they? Yeah, headlights are on today. We'll do that. We now have a single yellow, so we get a little bit of power. And yeah, here are the hoppers on the back, or the wagons. So you got the graffiti ones, another graffitied one, and a non-graffitied one, which then has the VTG branding on it. So it's probably one of the terms, isn't it? If you want to do graffiti, don't have our name on it. You can sort of understand why, but at the same time, in real life they're bloody all graffitied. So, but yeah, so the ones with graffiti don't have the VTG name on it, but then the ones without do. Doesn't make a big difference, but yeah, VTG there. And I think on Great Western, I think they're all branded, so I don't think any have graffiti. I think it's nice the way they've actually added graffiti. I mean, literally, I never thought that would happen, where there'd be a wagon, almost like, well, I know it's a gameplay pack, but a wagon pack DLC where there's bloody graffiti on the wagon. Especially for Train Sim World. So that is quite cool. We're taking this over to Dartford. Yeah, over to Dartford. Oh, that's quite cool. Didn't think we'd be seeing that. So it seems the scenario also uses DLC trains, which most scenarios and stuff don't use DLC. It's all clear the next signal, because that banner repeater's telling me it is. Cool. Oh, hello. Go down just a smidge. Our little flyby shot there resulted in us going up to 17 miles/hour. Naughty. And then into Strood Tunnel. So this is where, well, it's 45 miles/hour for us. We're going to click the train length button. Twice I think you have to click it for it to start. Now that's now counting down. As soon as that beeps, we'll go up to 45 miles/hour. So it's probably going to take a little while, as the train is a considerable length for this. It doesn't actually look too bad on the map, but It's longer than what it was in the first look. That's for sure. No, yeah, if you're doing hardless, it is critical you use the train length thing. If you're doing it with the hard-on, so if you're playing like that, it doesn't really matter. But if you're doing it hardless, you've got to have that working. Unless you're just really good at guessing when the train's... Right, quickly... Well, just so I can reset that. Right, we've reset that. That should be all good. Yep, that's reset back to 963. Right, let's get this up. It's a 45. But yeah, no, it's interesting we did see that class 700 as, yeah, most of the time scenarios are made. They will just include the base trains you get on Southeastern High Speed, or to say for any route, the base route trains, and then, well, the DLC you have. So it was quite cool seeing the 700. So if you don't own the 700, you won't see that, or at least shouldn't see it. Well, the 700 is a fantastic DLC, so I do recommend that. So we come straight out of Strood Tunnel, and then we're into Higham Tunnel. Right down. Yeah, 2 scenarios on Southeastern High Speed. Again, it's just a really nice thing about this pack, and I like Skyhook for doing it, is the fact they've made it go across 3 routes. I mean, they could have just been like, oh, just Midland Mainline, our route, we're not putting gameplay on other routes, just our route, Midland Mainline, all the gameplay will be on there. No, they've been like, you know what, we'll put some on Great Western, we'll put some on Southeastern High Speed. I know, you know, they can't do anything in the timetable, but the fact they've made 2 scenarios which are based off services, it's nice. It's nice, nice to see. I mean, Skyhook really are sort of going in the correct direction of making DLC which then goes across multiple routes, not just one DLC for a single route. So these packs are quite good for that, as it's freight, so it's quite sort of almost universal. A lot of things go on to other bits and pieces. And I suppose as we get more modern UK routes, they'll probably then add more services to... Oh, hang on, something we didn't mention actually. I forgot in the first look that you also get services for Goblin as well, I believe. I forgot about that in the first look. Yeah, so it's Goblin, Southeastern High Speed, Great Western Express, and the Midland Main Line. So I mean, that's even better. Right, you get services for those 3, and then for this route you get the 2 scenarios, which are based off of services. And then we come out of Higham Tunnel and then through Higham Station. That is bright. There we go. There it goes. A little run on Southeastern. I took the VTG branding on them. And we got a flat at the back on that one. Nice. That sound effect makes a big difference, having the sound of a flat, and it's randomised as well. On our first look it was sort of in the middle, now that one was sort of towards the back. I don't think that's new, as I think on the JNAs you might have been able to hear that. Or could you not? Possibly. I don't know actually. But still, it's nice. This is Who Junction we're coming up on. A bit of Hornex Junction. I think we can speed up soon as well. Unless we've missed a speedboard. Barely drive freight on this route, always just doing passenger runs. There's the 465. I just wish we could do a bit more in the 465 on this game. As I think literally the majority of services is Gillingham to Rochester. And Gravesend to Dartford. And then the occasional one which goes all the way through. I mean, I think there's a few actually which go through. That was Who Junction. Now, can we speed up past here, or is it still going to be 45? Still 45. Oh, that's all right. I think it wasn't actually too long ago they actually did update Who Junction. Added in the start. No, that's always been there. Or has it? Did they do an update in present? They did an update. Not recently, but the last few months. It probably actually was when the 700 released. So yeah, not a year ago yet. At least. There we go. Yeah, the HOA wagons. Yeah, but basically the main star of the show for this DLC. I mean, yeah, the two major points of this DLC are the HOA wagons and the Mount Sorrel getting reworked. That's sort of the two new things. Although I think the Mount Sorrel getting updated is just, it will be a free update anyway. But what we need though is a new freight locomotive. Even if it's a 59, a super shed, it's still different to a 66. More powerful. Which we are sort of very much in need of on this game. A new UK freight locomotive. A new modern day UK freight locomotive. So you've got quite a lot of the old ones, you know, 37, 40, 20, 31, but in terms of sort of modern day locomotives, well, I mean, sort of just the 66 and then the 37. But in terms of a modern UK freight loco, it's just a 66. Right, let's get a little photo. What should we do it on a corner? Let's do it on a corner. Otherwise you're not going to be able to see the wagons. Right, down to 40, which we sort of just naturally come down to. As we approach Gravesend, and after Gravesend we then do, Gravesend, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing, and then Dartford. Then which we've done fairly recently on Train Sim Classic, it goes on, Slade Green, Erith, Belvedere. I'm trying to remember all the stops. Is it Abbey Wood after that? Abbey Wood, Plumstead, Woolwich, Arsenal, Woolwich Dockyard, Charlton, Maze Hill, Westcombe Park, Greenwich, Deptford, London Bridge, or via Blackheath and Lewisham. Which, was fairly recently came out to Train Sim Classic as part of the Southeastern network. And the speed will come down to 30 quite soon, so I've let it come down to that already as well. Just somewhat already prepared for it. Just try and get a photo here. Only issue is it's not really in the sunlight. Or not as much in the sunlight. We'll give it a rotation on it. Let me get one of the wagons as well. It's sort of about the wagons, this DLC. There we go. Yeah, as we approach Gravesend station. Slow and steady. And yeah, the last one when we we got Great Western and Goblin, and we've done the lot, I suppose, on what you can do with Cargo Line Volume 2. Light that up a little bit. There's the 30. Cool. And then through Gravesend. Got 465 in there as well, nice. Oh yeah, on to the second half of the journey. So on the more metro part of the route. There we go. But yeah, and the big question is, they got Cargo Line Volume 1 Petroleum, Cargo Line Volume 2 Aggregates. If they do a Volume 3, what will that be? I reckon it'll be something sort of the coal part of the power station. There's that sort of a place we still can't go to or do much in. So I reckon that'll be Volume 3. It will be something to do with was it Radcliffe or Ratcliffe Power Station? Getting a bit of usage on that. Just the little button. So somewhere in there when to speed up to 45. Down nicely. 135 feet. And there we go. Right, we'll get that up to 45. We'll press that. Well, you gotta hold it. I mean, you hold it to reset. That's reset. Good. Let's start getting that up again. It probably will be 45 most of the way to Dartford, where it then comes down to 40 and then 20. There's a javelin. Which would have actually been blocking our way. So I suppose we didn't actually see any yellows. Unless it came down from somewhere like Northfleet, which it shouldn't have done, but maybe it did. Oh no, that wouldn't be blocking our way, no, because they go on their own separate. Yeah, they go on their own separate bit of track to come, well, go under us and then back. No, so they won't block us. There's 700 already as well. So yeah, it must be based off the real timetable. Well, we have got a double yellow, so we might be following something. Probably a 700. We'll slow that down a little bit, just in case. Yeah, I don't really want to get a spad on here. Not really the plan. Already a single yellow. I think the next one might be at the end of the platform at Northfleet. So the train might be sat at Swanscombe. Pop that down a bit more. There we go. This is Northfleet station we're coming up to. So something's in the way. And probably a one that stops at all stops as well. So we'll be going a bit slow behind that. But that's okay. It's freight, we're not meant to go fast. Should be clear, that would be for us. Probably still a single yellow. But it is telling me the signal ahead is not at danger. Yeah, just a single yellow, so we won't leave it, we'll put that back down. Oh, double yellow. Well, no point going excessively fast, as we'll just catch back up to it. So let's go Greenhithe and Stone Crossing yet, and then Dartford if it then blocks our way there. So we shall go slow. Well, there was a 70 mph board there, but it wasn't a shared one. So I'd imagine we can, well actually we are a 6 head code, so we can only go up to 60. Class 6 train. We're not a class 4 where we can go up to 75. Which I think there are some. I think what's the route of class 4? Yeah, East Coast Main Line I think is one of the only routes of class 4 trains. Which is where you can go up to 75 miles an hour. But we're class 6, so only 60. So not as quick, but quick enough for freight. Shots of the wagons. Okay. Yeah, Greenhithe's up next. The train's probably sat there now. So probably a single yellow at the next signal. Why is it DSD's isolated? I literally just noticed that DSD isolated. But we did turn it on. Look. Press it on, we turned it on. Unless it was already on and we turned it off. No, but don't you flick it down for it to... I don't know. Maybe it was on by default. I just noticed that. Single yellow, come on train ahead of us, get moving. As I said, we're not in a rush, but still would be nice to get there today. Still a single yellow. So we'll sort of keep it about this speed, maybe pop it down a bit more actually. Trying to think where the next signal is. Is it on the corner or is it just out the tunnel? Or is it at the end of Greenhithe station? Hopefully we'll get a banner repeater for it if it's on the corner. Which it may be. Oh, there we go, there's the banner repeater. So the next signal is not at danger. Probably a single yellow. Single yellow. So again, which I'll just probably keep it at this speed. So there's not really much point speeding up to slow down or stop at the next signal. Oh, double yellow. Well, we'll still keep it at this speed. As again, it will have to stop at Stone Crossing. These banks look really good. They really did pack as much grass as they can into it. I mean, this bit would have been when Southeastern High Speed first got updated. But no, they look really good. Into the tunnel. Again, taking it nice and slow. Very slow. Greenhithe, It was a double yellow, but... Oh, green light now. Well, now we will speed up. Because in that case, the train should be moving towards Dartford. And hopefully it will be, sort of be out of our way. So that's good. Greenhithe. We might start chasing yellows again. Well, we probably will have yellows coming up to Dartford. It all depends on how quick that train shifts away. Hopefully it will go fairly quickly. Still green. Good, well we'll get that up a bit more. Well, I was saying that we're doing to slow down just after Stone Crossing. So it might not be the best idea speeding up too much. Oh, we can get up a bit. That will do. There we go, here's the warning board, and for us it is going to be 40 miles per hour. So we'll start slowing that down already. Ready for the 40. And then down to 20 coming into Dartford. Yeah, cargo line volume 2. I'm not sure when this video will be going up. I don't know what order of the routes it will be going up in. But yeah, it should be out now if you're watching this. Should be out now, £9.99 on all of the platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, Epic Games, Steam, and your adds gameplay to the Midland Main Line, Great Western Express, Goblin Line, and Southeastern High Speed. So that's quite a bit of gameplay. And yeah, for Southeastern High Speed it's only 2 scenarios. For Midland Main Line it's tons of services and then 3 scenarios. Great Western Express should be a ton of services and 2 or 3 scenarios. And then Goblin I think will just be services. Which will add even more freight services to it. Cool. But no, if you like your UK freight, then it really probably is for you. But if you're not really a fan of UK freight, then, well, don't bother. Right, let's start popping it down to 20. Before we start speeding quite majorly. There we go. Yes, AWS. Cool. Platform 2, so right in through the middle road on the up. Yeah, this is Dartford, and that is, well, scenario / service end, as it is just based off a service, which is what I liked of our HOAs. Play some of that track joint sounds. Here we are. And yeah, be a red light at the end of the platform. One of that was the culprit we were following. One of you, probably that one there on the left. Unless the thing's already gone. It's probably actually already gone. I don't want to go through the red either, ideally. Yes, there we go. But yeah, welcome to Dartford. Right, that will do. Don't really need to go any more than that. Right near the signal post phones. Perfect. There we go, so that's neutral. Thanks driver, this is how far you'll be taking the train today, and there goes the 465. Cool. Well, there you go. That is going to be everybody for, and there's another scenario there. That one's about 45 minutes. Actually, whilst we're here, let's quickly take a look at the Goblin line in terms of how many services you get for it. Just as we forgot in the first look. What's that? First success, probably for completing a scenario. Yeah, first scenario in beginner mode. I think we've got Goblin installed on here. Goblin. Don't get any scenarios for it. No scenarios for it. I believe you do have. If it says, I'm pretty certain there's some HOAs on here. It might not say which ones are which, but yeah, you should find some on there. Should do. But that's coming from me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Hopefully see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.